Kolohe Andino taking on Griffin Colapinto and Solomon Bailey. Bailey in the rookie class, 32 in the world, just like Christie in the last heat. He's trying to really build up an amazing performance in the last two stops to move ahead of the 22 mark to requalify. Griffin right on the cut as well.
Guys are going to have to deal with that thought of the 33rd, which they call the dirty third.
Pete, Andino just got this wave.
Kolohe, you know, he relishes in these type of beach break conditions.
Interesting when you break down the fun factor. What's going to feel good in conditions like this today, Pete?
I would say getting completely drained. There's an opportunity there with the glacier conditions too starting to happen. You can already see it starting to smooth out.
Soli Bailey kicks things off on the back end, searching for something to work with there.
Loves different style of approaches. I think he has that ability to turn certain waves into good scores by going to the air. Great in the barrel. But again, really actually come into these types of conditions, he gets excited about it. I think that those kind of unruly, kind of wild stuff he loves.
Christie just came off a 33rd in France. He'll feel the pressure there, but Cardoso feeling the heat of the cutoff to requalify into the barrel with Andino and gets a finish off the end section. Already has a 5.0, and that's just going to help out his lead, Pete.
Really cool for Kolohe. Again, this is why I think he's so good in these types of conditions, and he's not scared to just try and move up and down the beach, look for clean water, go on littler waves to get barrels and stuff like that. If he sees an opportunity with a little section, he's going to go for it. And look how he sets this one up, drops out of it. Not completely disappeared from view, but you'd have to say barrel to off the top combo will do pretty well to get himself another decent number.
Messy section, but came out with enough power and flow to belt that finishing move. Andino seems to make sense of these shifty lineups. Once he learned the language, he's kept us laughing for ever since. Griffin Colapinto going straight up on the backhand to stay on his feet. Mentored by Kolohe Andino. And things got pretty interesting for a bit there.
And then there's the release right here and dropping the front foot back down. Right, he had to shift his weight over the front foot to get back down.
Exit. So that'll factor in because you want to have a nice clean exit. Plus the wave just funneled off, got really small at the end.
Took that event off. He said he's felt better and better and trying to get a little bit of room on that Jeep leaderboard. Having a look now. Andino alley-oop, sky high on the roof, but can't pull it down. That alley-oop maneuver has really suited him well in Portugal over years. Even landed him on page 1 of Surfing Magazine on the other side of the peninsula.
They say if it's good, you've missed it.
Yeah.
If you look at it from the beach,
you should be in the wetsuit, in the water before it actually turns on. You think about the Nazare Canyon being a major influence here as well. You know, it feeds in and goes all the way closest to shore over in Nazare, which is about, as the crow flies, pretty close, but, driving-wise, 30 minutes away.
Waves on the way here and rolling in. Bottom drops out. Soli Bailey out of the closeout section. Had to punch through the back there.
Here's the replay of Griffin's wave.
Ouch.
Slams it, goes down, maybe connected with the board there somewhere, and lost the fin. So I think better than getting a big fin cut.
Kolohe Andino still in the lead with a 5 and a 4.17. Colapinto going for a finish, losing that center fin. But he could get back out there very quickly. Meanwhile, Andino will look for some speed and the pit. He'll make a quick section. Short tube ride there. But a good job hunting that down in a messy lineup.
This one here, a lot of speed carried into this. Quickly in and out, disappears from view. Very short, but pretty cool and intense. Could be a good number for him. Probably improvement on the 4.17.
I know there's not a whole lot on the end of that there, but just a little finishing move.
Griffin said he thought at first he could just qualify just on his own talent, but loving the coaching work as we go into a big barrel for Kolohe. Into the flats. He deserved to come out of the other end of that cave.
At least they make it look amazing.
Well, that too. I would say they did that too. But no, I mean, literally, like the beach break I grew up surfing, they came and they were there for a week, and it was some of the best beach break stuff that I had ever had there.
Won the trials over some big names, and he's back in the CT jersey again, Pete.
And I was mentioning there was, we'll get back to that there, Joe.
Solomon on the backhand, couple of clean backside turns, smaller wave, and just trying to see if he can improve on one of those threes. Looking for a 4.37 to move into the top 2.
Think about all of the events we have on the schedule. They're solely focused on that as we watch Soli Bailey going on the backhand here. Got himself a couple backhand hits. Not going to be a huge score, just the size of wave. Not that intensive maneuvers done there, but putting some work together, but I think it's going to be similar to what he's already kind of had.
Now former big wave champ, former
Named after
number
Grandpa.
8 in the Surfer Pole Awards, has known Strider for about 30 years. Santa
least.
Monica and Santa Cruz have a lot of similarities in some ways. Watching this, off the bottom, throw tail reverse, no, incomplete. Griffin's turn. Snap to slide. Look how low he stayed on his board to get that completion.
And at those sections like he wants to just eat them alive, but there's that snap to slide you were talking about, Joe. Just a simple little maneuver.
Bailey, messy section, he'll pull in. Can he punch free? And unfortunately, the former Volcom Pipe Pro champ goes down. He'll turn in a 4-1-3, so not just improving, taking the lead off Kolohe. 5:10 to go. Griffin up again. Kind of feeling his way off the top. A little misstep. Situation remains the same as we hit the 5-minute warning.
Make sure that he's going to stay in that top 10 in the QS. But he's just way too much talent not to see himself back on this tour.
Big section for Soli. Meets it with the lip line and somehow pulls off that backside float, but with the airdrop into the flats.
Well, we've seen one maneuver waves go upwards into the 6.83. We've also seen him scored in the 4s. So this one here, very difficult section. I mean, he literally lip rode underneath that closeout section. Watch again in the slow-mo. I mean, that was a tough section to hit.
And will it really impress the judges enough? We know being upside down, meeting a section with that kind of weight, pretty difficult to throw down.
Near impossible. Here we go.
Colapinto on the windup. First turn incomplete over the whitewash.
Tropo can do when you have someone like that. I mean, there's certain events that the wild cards tend to be a little bit more difficult than others. Tahiti's one of those spots because it's about the barrel. Pipeline, another one.
Colapinto, one maneuver jam, has been working for him today as we head into the final minute. Kolohe needing a 5.97 for the win and trying to avoid the elimination round. Soli up and out. Soli's way before, coming in at a 3.6. So that little backside under the lip hook keeps him in third, still chasing the 5.13.
Hard to execute that like you talked about, Pete. He was underneath it and then rode out in front of it. So really kind of pushing against it.
We're closing out the matchup. One last shot for Solomon, up and out. Bailey will be sent to the elimination round as he's looking for a huge comeback result from that elimination situation. Griffin Colapinto gets the win. Kolohe Andino advances on in second as the seeding round continues.